Something about this president. This president loves this country. This president wants the America that I grew up in now. He wants everybody flying the American flag on the front porch. He wants you standing for the national anthem. He wants you to support law enforcement. I've worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. And I respect every president I didn't work for, even ones I disagreed with. I didn't agree with President Obama's immigration policies, but I respected the President of the United States. I respect that office. He was elected by the American people. That's been lost. There's those out there who've never accepted President Donald Trump. Well, here's what I told the president. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to win this thing. And you're going to keep doing what you're doing. And I tell you, folks, we're going to fight for our lives, so I want to echo what Pat says. This don't start with just the office of the president. You need to make sure you get the right people on your city council, on your county boards, your mayors, your governors. Because we got to fight for this country back. We got to fight. And you got to stop being silent. You got to show up. You got to show up and start rallying. I know it's tough because you have jobs. I know it's tough. I know it's tough because you're not living in your parents' basement. But you love this country as much as I do. By the very fact you're here, tell everybody here, by the very fact you're here, you're telling me you're American patriots. So God bless every man and woman in uniforms, one staying on the range just to protect us. He's not making squat, believe me. So God bless the men and women in blue. God bless President Trump. And God bless the greatest country on the face of the earth, the United States of America. And to all the protesters, all the people want to keep protesting, they're not protesting anymore, they're criminals. When you start burning buildings down, assaulting officers, killing people, you're not a protester. You're a criminal. You're an anarchist. For you people, they're not here. Come get you some. Because we're going to fight. We're going to fight for our country, and we're not going to stop fighting for this country. God bless you for being here. Thank you very much.
I guess as Tom finishes, the rain starts to dwindle off. Listen, on a very personal note, and I know I speak for a bunch of people here because I know you. You know, this took a lot of thought, because one of the problems that we have in our country right now is when I stand up and say I back the blue, I have to be very careful who I'm talking to. I'm worried about my job. I'm worried about the people in my neighborhood. You know, some people, it's really gotten to the point, our country is so polarized that I have to be very careful of who I say what, or what I say who to. But I feel very strongly about this back to blue, not only because of the close friendships I have with many of the police officers in my neighborhood, my family and relatives that were police officers, but because of my family, but because the safety and security that the police afford my family is my #1 priority in life. And I am imploring you, as part of this initial Back to Blue effort, to rise up. We have to. Whether we elect Democrats or Republicans or Libertarians or whatever party is there, the reality is that many of these people that are up there making decisions for us, especially in Richmond, but certainly in the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, is a result of an election where 40–50% of the people vote. And I know that there are people in this crowd that may not have voted, but I also know that you know people that haven't voted that feel the same way you do. And the only way we can truly demonstrate our support for Back to Blue is at the ballot box. So I took a big risk here. As I said, I have a day job. I have a family, I'm a Cub Scout leader, I'm all the things that you would expect of your neighbor. But most importantly, I'm a citizen. And I want you, my fellow citizens, to stand with me to build a new grassroots, people call it populist, I'm not sure what it is. But I know this isn't the country that I want it to be. I know when I see Chaz and monuments that I thought were beautiful monuments to our history, which in many cases is very sordid history, which has lots of warts and black eyes. But you know something? As Mr. Holman said, we're the greatest country on earth, and we need to take it back. So I don't want to delay anymore with my screed. But I do want to end on a very positive note, and I'd like to put the microphone down. I'd like everyone to get together and just sing the first verse of America the Beautiful. And that will conclude our event. I appreciate everybody for coming out.
Let me add one thing. I want to add one thing. I heard him talking. Don't be bullied. That's exactly what they're looking for. You see the governors, the protesters, they don't want the federal agents in town. If we let the criminals decide where the cops can be, where they can't be, we've lost. Don't silence yourself. I did a march in Washington, D.C. 3 weeks ago. A lot of people didn't show up. I got a lot of emails. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the violence from the left. Or I'm afraid. I'm a school teacher. Marching with the police will mean I'm a racist. It's a sad day in America when you can't support law enforcement and not be a racist. I'm not a racist. You're not a racist. Most cops aren't racist. A lot of cops are black, Asian. They're just Americans doing a very important job. So I'm leaving with this. Don't be bullied. They're not going to bully me. Don't let them bully you. Be proud of who you are and what you stand for, because they hate that. They hate the fact that we have a voice. They can protest, they can march, they can burn buildings down, they can assault people. But Michelle Malcolm, a good friend of mine last week, got assaulted at an event like this. She's not allowed to talk. She hasn't got her Second Amendment rights. So people, don't silence. The silent majority can't be silent anymore. Stand up, be heard, and let the president know you support him, and let the men and women who protect this community 24/7 know you love them and you respect them. And every time you see a cop in uniform, a simple thank you will be cool, because they deserve that.
So if I don't have your email, send your email to backthebluefairfax@gmail.com. Right now, we're going to turn off the microphone. Let's get our tunes turned up in America the Beautiful. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, forever waves of grace, for purple mountains, majesty, across the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. If you'd like to register to vote, we have some voter registration cards up here.